Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and we are about to get started with Open Mic Live. But first, as always, a word from our sponsor.
At InDigital, we know that public safety professionals hold themselves to a high standard. In fact, standard doesn't do it justice. In over 25 years working alongside you, carrying millions of calls over our IP networks, your dedication has inspired us. That's why our ESINet goes beyond industry standards, not only i3 compliant, but designed to adapt to future development for a network you can count on when it matters most. Learn more at indigital.net.
Have you ever met a 911 professional and asked, what's the worst call you've ever taken? Well, here's your answer. I heard your last breath the night you flipped your four-wheeler. I tried to call you the day you committed suicide by driving your car into a tree. Blue face, cold to the touch. I helped you with CPR after you found your infant face down, not breathing. It messed me up. I did everything I could, but it wasn't enough. You were with me from the beginning, Grandma. 27 years later, I took the 911 call when you died. How fitting to be there for me in the beginning, and I was there for you in the end. I miss you, Grandma. I am 911. This is but a glimpse into the world of emergency dispatch. But what is it really like to answer a call during someone's nightmare? What is the impact on the first responder answering the call? From Titletown Publishing, and available on Amazon or where you purchase your favorite books and ebooks. Imagine listening. Your worst day is our everyday. If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Open Mic Live. We have been, I took a break, and we're back. So, as always, sorry, I had my announcer voice going there for a moment, like I was gonna have a wrestler come out or something, right? Oh, it's good to be back. It is good to be back. I was going to do this last week from Arkansas. By the time I got back and everything, with everything that was going on, man, I was beat to hell. Also because I didn't fly. I drove. It was a 10-hour not flight. A 10-hour drive is what it was. But it was good. I had fun, actually. It was pretty awesome. Jason Hill, can you smell what The Rock or Ricardo is cooking? Very nice. I like it. I like it. So, back from Arkansas. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. But how is everyone feeling? And actually, before we get to that part here, I want to bring on my guest. I have a guest today. If you are on TikTok, I apologize. You're not going to be able to see her, but you'll be able to hear her at least. And we're going to be going through some creepy calls and some other stuff that we're going to be talking about here. So, without further ado, my guest today is Wednesday. Hello, Wednesday, and welcome.
Hello. I just want to see if anybody can guess what Ricardo is. We could
Other than Mexican. Okay. Like,
so no, what's
I'm
his
a I'm a I'm
yes,
a
he
lighter
can.
shade of brown.
No, lighter. Add some light, and shade it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Ricardo's dressed up. If somebody can guess, it would be awesome.
On so on the camera over here for TikTok, people can see it a little bit better,
Yeah.
but, yes. So, go ahead. Anybody guess?
We don't need to wait for the guesses. You can keep going with what you're saying. We'll see if people can get it
Yes.
while we're in.
My homie here, Dawn/Wednesday, thank you so much for joining me. You look amazing.
Yep.
And,
Haunted episode, yes.
yes.
Captain Underpants. No, that's
Hey.
not it.
Whoa. I haven't stood up yet, so maybe.
The Whataburger guy from Galveston. That's a low.
Oh!
That's
Damn, Kimmy. That
that
was
guy.
really good. Oh, Jason got it.
Ah,
Yep, Jason got it. Yep. Well done. Well done, Jason.
something.
Well done.
Yeah,
Over here on
50
TikTok,
Cent.
oh, you just said it. I was just gonna
Oh,
say, anybody
sorry.
else guess it? Hello, Aaron. What is going on? So yes, this is good. Everybody jumping in here. We got Kimmy, we got James, we got Jason. And as always, when we check in with each other, what is your number? Over here on TikTok, over here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, or X. I always forget. How are you feeling? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, of course, and 10 being awesome. How are you feeling? How are you doing? How about you, Wednesday? How are you feeling?
I'm a 9. Look, I'm in my daughter's room with all the awards, so I'm feeling it.
Oh, snaps. Yeah, and all the stuffed animals and everything up on top as
Yeah,
well. Very good.
I
Very
could do
good.
more work in this room.
What?
I should do more work in this room. This
Oh,
is
oh, I thought you said I like to work in this room. I was gonna say, I mean, that's it's
yeah,
inspiring, right? With all the
yeah,
medals, I'd be
yeah.
down with it. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
just nice. It's happy.
Mhm. See, James says, just back from Atlantic chapter of APCO conference and visiting my friend in Maine. Awesome. Jason says, good evening. Coming in at an 8, even though I got my butt kicked by multiple slide offs yesterday. Slide offs due to winter showing up a bit early in Montana. Oh, it's supposed to snow here in Indiana in the next couple days. And wow. Actually, on Halloween, it's supposed to be crazy. Well, maybe not that crazy, but enough. Aaron is over here at an 8. Yes, very nice. We got people coming in, and oh, we got one over here at a 7 as well. Over here, Tiffany at a 7, Anthony at a 6, and Kimmy at a solid 8-ish, just tired. And my homie Erica, what is going on? Hello, hello, coming in at a 9. So this is good.
Which is good.
Yeah, these are good numbers. And then another Don, what up, yo? Hey, gang. Are retired dispatchers still allowed? Of course.
Absolutely.
Always dispatch. Damn right. All right. Good. This is awesome. We got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of good numbers coming in. Posted episode 516 just a few days ago, actually, and that was an open mic episode. That was the one from Indiana, and damn it, that one was hilarious. And we've got episode 517 that's coming up as well. That's going to be out of Oklahoma. That'll be an Imagine listening session. So 518 will be open mic. And then we just got back from Arkansas. Dawn, how did
Yeah.
it go?
I thought it was really great. Arkansas is always a really special conference just
Mhm.
because they're so welcoming and it's very inclusive on every level for sponsors, for speakers, for attendees. It's just welcome. We're glad you're here. Everyone with throughout the thing. So it's really nice.
For sure. Dawn has been talking up this conference for about a year now, telling me about it and everything. And then the conference got a hold of me, and I ended up being their keynote speaker. I did basically like a super session with Imagine Listening, and then I ended up closing out with a session called Triumph Through Struggle. Dawn, you had 3 sessions as well, so
Yeah.
yeah, we did a lot of speaking this past week, and it was good. We had good turnouts. We had people asking a lot of questions and stuff. We even went to a few classes too, and
Yeah.
it was really good.
Yeah.
I was
It
all
was
about it.
nice.
And we had
And
some
it was their 20th year. So it was
yes,
special. Yeah.
it was definitely special. Yeah, they had I wish I had the pictures transferred over already just so that I could show some of it because the way they had everything set up, because this was at a casino, and they all of their decorations, like everything was set up casino style, and they went all out. And that amphitheater that we were in as well, and some of the other spots was just super cool. It was good.
Yeah. For just a single state, I feel like they really knock it out of the park, especially for their size. So
Yes, for
you
sure.
wouldn't
And
you
for
wouldn't think that. Yeah.
Right, yeah, exactly. Some of them, some of the smaller ones or whichever, you go in not knowing what to expect, and then bam, you get blown away with a lot of cool shit that they have and what they're doing, and, the awards and everything for recognizing their own. It was really good. I look forward to going back if I get the chance, and thank you for just for all of it, because I wouldn't have known really much about the conference if it wasn't for you. So thank you, Don.
I appreciate that.
Mhm. Let's see. Anthony says, shout out to my fellow Mainers, Lewiston, Auburn 911. You're rock stars and we stand with you. Yes. Oh, man. A lot of stuff going on these past few days. But yes, definitely. We recognize all of you. So we've got some stuff that we're going to be going over here in just a moment. But just um, what was I going to say now? I lost my thought. So we've got a lot of stories. So one of the
Scary.
things that I had asked for, and also from my assistant producer over here, she sent me a text message earlier today and was like, "You should see if people will send in like some of the creepy calls or creepy things that happen in dispatch or whichever." I was like, "Excellent idea." So put it out there and had a few people send some in, but there's also a post that Dawn did. It was last year, was it, or how long
No,
ago was it?
it's been a few years, but it's still
Oh,
just as horrifying. But
there's
I
like
want to know.
145 comments, so
Oh
there's
yeah,
tons.
yeah. Hauntings is for me. I'm like, this is real. But I want to know from those who are watching. Do you guys believe in ghosts?
Oh,
Oh,
over
yeah.
here on TikTok as well. Do
Who
you
believes in
believe
ghosts?
in ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in magic?
Paranormal.
Let's see what people say. What's your answer, Don?
Yeah, I do. Oh, look, I have
Oh,
haunted.
okay. So, Kimmy says 100%. Yes, 100%. Okay. Juliet. Hey, Julie, what's going on, yo? Julie and Sam. Yeah. Yasmin, what's going on? We got a lot of people jumping in here. Over here on TikTok, absolutely am a believer. And then, there are definitely some things out there. All right. Oh, Dawn says nope. Oh, all right. So we have a
Maybe after these
non-believer.
stories, maybe you'll feel differently, or maybe not.
You might
But we're
feel
all friends
different.
regardless. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Mwahaha. I have a story to kick it off from one of the
Yes.
ones that had came in before, because this one to me was like, oh, so creepy. So they said we have unidentified remains in our evidence freezer in the basement. We're a small department and only work with one dispatcher and two officers on at a time. And sometimes very late at night, the phone will ring and the caller ID will show the basement phone when the only person in the building is the dispatcher.
What?
Yeah, to me, that's so scary. I'm like, no, nope. I'd be like, and here's my 2 weeks. Actually, it's tomorrow, maybe today.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I would be like, right
Yeah.
now.
Like,
The
does
ghost,
anybody want any fast food or whatever? I'll go ahead and go get it really quick, and I won't come back.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, man. Let's see. Jason over here says, I worked at a screen print shop that I am sure it was haunted. Radio would jump station and go back. Always felt like you were being watched when I worked alone reclaiming screens. Okay, sometimes I reclaim screens in my garage at night. So now that's something I'm going to think about. No.
That's funny.
So here's a quick question for Don, Don Bennett, that is, who's in the comments. Why do you not believe in ghosts? Like, have you never had like any weird encounters or anything? Or I'm just curious. Like, to each their own. I'm just curious. I believe mainly because, and a lot of people know, and some of them may not know, but my house was haunted. The house that I grew up in was an old funeral home and there was a lot of shit that happened there. A lot. It was creepy.
Well, like
Word.
hauntings and shit because of
And
the
yeah, hauntings and shit.
because of the OG story of you.
Right. Yes. Oh, Don says, I haven't. I tend to believe what I see, not what people tell me. What about what you feel? Like, what if you were, like, standing somewhere and you just felt like I mean, that energy, right? Sometimes the energy, you can feel that energy or something, or, like, something just brush the back of your neck, and you're like, what is that?" Yeah, exactly. That face that Don just made right there. Yes. The same thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Really quick, I wanna say something really quick here, before we get into some more of these stories. I wanna put something on the screen, and for those on TikTok, you won't be able to see it. However, I have posted something already so that you know about this, but I'm also going to, put something out there, like, video-wise. So, bam, there it is right there. Just a quick little advertisement for Dare to Be Great 5. Dare to Be Great 5 is going to be coming out. That's going to be December 4th through 7, 2023. And Dawn is one of the keynote speakers, and she has such a great topic that she's going to be talking about. And I am super excited for that. What I want to do really quick is in the comments here. Hold on, I want to make sure I don't have it open in another spot already, but I just want to put the link so that if you have not registered for this completely free virtual event, please do so. Because even if you can't attend live, you can head over there, sign up, and watch it whenever you want to watch it on your time. So make sure to check it out. And it is going to be an excellent one. We also have Tracy Ertl of Hero Light Training, and then of course the always awesome Joe Serio of the 360-degree Dispatcher. And once again, it's going to be on Crowdcast, and this is for Dare to Be Great 5. Make sure to register; it's completely free, and you can sign up for the playback and watch it as many times as you want. Uh, uh, uh. All right, there it is. I'm gonna bring that down. And then one last thing to show everybody. So I recently posted, and I have these stickers on the Etsy shop already, and I'm going to try to add them over to the TikTok shop. If you look at my page, you'll see I have a couple shirts that are already. I'm really testing with it, but it's this right here. It is the Dispatch Zombie Squad sticker, and oop, right there. Yes, there it goes. And I ended up getting a prototype of a mug, and it came out pretty good. Not bad. I'm going to end up shrinking this just a little bit because like on one side the squad part looks a little smudged. So I'm gonna shrink it down just like half the size. And I think it'll look pretty good as well. So there it is, Dispatch Zombie Squad. And it's not coffee. I'm drinking kombucha. So yeah. I love me some kombucha. Why? Because of gut health. This makes me
Yeah.
sound like such an old nerd, but it's okay. I love it. It's fine. If you don't like it, it's okay. To each their own.
It's
All right.
each their own.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back. Let's see. Jason says, or no, I got to go up a few more.
You
Holy
go
shit.
back,
There's
you
there's
come
more.
back.
Okay.
Because you're talking
So,
so long.
hey, easy killer. I got to get this stuff out there.
No, it is good because really, I'm doing a cool session on the Dare to Be Great. There's no success without conflict. So,
Yes.
I just think it will be, if regardless of your title, whether you're in leadership or not, it'll be a good class. So that you guys can be more empowered to Dare to Be Great.
Boom. Oh, you hear that? Well done. Well done. That was good. That was good.
All right, let's get to the haunting.
All right. So
Scary.
over here, see, Don says, or oh no, Melissa says this first. So she says, we're all convinced My very first center was haunted. We saw some weird stuff on those cameras. It's a sheriff's office, and I don't think the deputies like to be there alone at night. Come to think about it, dude, I probably wouldn't either. Let's see. Don says, "So I'm a Christian, and to me, that would be the Holy Ghost." Well, I'm Catholic, and I believe in that shit completely. But I'm right there with you. Like I believe all that as well.
I love
There's
how
just
Don says, "You do you, boo," but it's boo, ha. You do you, boo.
I love it. Well
So,
done. I love
yeah,
it.
good job. I really like that.
Yes. And let's see, Jason says, I believe in ghosts. Ghost Hunters was a go-to show for me for a while. That one was good. Yes, I dig that one as well. Don says, and for the record, if you believe in ghosts, that's okay too. You do. That's where you had said that. Yeah. I like that. Boo. James says, I was driving, so I couldn't get a photo. Someone with NY tags had only Zool. Yes, that's great. I love that. Shout out to Ghostbusters. Let me look over here at TikTok really quick. Okay, up to 4,000 likes. My thumbs are tired. Big hugs to you. We're heading to bed. Oh, thank you so much. Over here on TikTok, already up to like 4,000 likes. Thank you so very much. Have a good night, and thank you for joining us. That is awesome. Let's see. Melissa over here says the very first center I worked at, there was always a figure that appeared to be a woman in a dress that walked up and down the hall. Wait, what? You could only see it on the camera. Okay,
Uh,
Don, what would you do?
I've already told you. I'd be like, "Here, like, here's my resignation." I don't know, like, I mean, like, because we like, is there enough, I don't have enough Xanax prescription for that. So, I don't know.
Yeah, so seeing that on the camera, like that shit would freak me out too. Yeah, that would not be fun. That would not be cool. Um, but I think I would still wanna see it. Like, I I would want to see it. I would wanna see it, and, I think it would be cool. I might cry a little bit, but it might
Yeah.
or scream, like, "Ah!"
Like, just you'd probably scream just like that. So
Yeah.
I have another haunted story. And this one came in
Yes.
from a friend.
Mhm.
Uh, sorry if my camera's having issues, but we went to, or so they got a 911 call for a hang up from one of those retirement homes. And so just like you do, you call the facility itself,
Right.
and when you call back, you say, "Hey, we got a 911 call from this room number," and the staff was very shocked. They were like, "She died yesterday." So the person in the room had died, the day before. So for
What?
them to get that 911 call, yeah, and they're like, "No one's there." And that same thing, like, it was late at night, and no one was in the room. They're like, "No, we don't have anybody cleaning." And then they're like, "Well, can you go check the room?" And they're like, "No, we're not gonna check the room. We don't
No,
wanna."
dude.
Yeah, like, and so anyways, it was quite interesting. Ugh.
Holy crap. See, so that kinda reminds me of a Twilight Zone episode where so it's their family and their little boy who's, like, 5 maybe or 6 years old, and his grandmother is very ill, and she's like, "Oh, you're my boy, come and sit with me." Like, they really have a close relationship, very attached, and, mom and dad are just, like, just kinda jerks a little bit about the whole thing, and, um the grandma's close to, like, passing away. So, the grandma ends up giving this kid because it's his birthday, right? So she's giving him a present, and it's a telephone. It's not connected to anything, but it's like a rotary dial play telephone. And he goes, "Oh, this is so great." And she's like, "Yeah, now you can talk to me whenever you want." And he's like, "Oh, okay, cool." And, so he picks it up and they're playing, right? Well, she ends up passing away. And when she passes away, the parents are like coming into the room and their son is like on the phone just talking. And they're like, "Who are you talking to?" And he claims it's grandma. But check this out, dude. He ends up like running in traffic and stuff. And they're like, "Why are you doing this?" And he goes, "'Cause I wanna be able to visit grandma. I wanna come and see her. I've been talking to her." And it is like the creepiest shit because they're like, you can't hear her on the phone, right? but it's like your imagination is like kind of taking you through this journey with this kid, and then the kid disappears. He or wait a minute, no, I think he's like in a coma or some shit. That's what it was. But they end up getting on the phone and they're telling the dead grandma, like, "Let him go. Let him come back to us." And, like, my daughters will not watch it. Like, they don't that's the one they don't wanna
That's
watch.
too much.
But it kinda makes me think
Yeah,
of that because the lady had
yeah,
died the day prior, right? But the phone is
yeah,
ringing? Hell no.
yeah,
Can you
yep.
imagine if you would've picked it up?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
what
I
would
mean,
she
like,
say?
I I don't know.
I know, what
I don't know.
"Bring
That's
me
just
lunch."
yeah, maybe. Nobody's here to keep track so much. That's funny.
Dude, that would
Yeah, I
be
don't
some
know.
creepy shit. Excuse me.
It would be.
So, when, there was a point where I was dispatching for this, like, private 911, like, security company, and one of the buildings, like, when I first started working there, one of the buildings that was there, they end oh, wait, Christina what's up, Christina? LOL, some of us have holy water handy.
You know what? I'll buy some.
There you go. Yes, exactly. So this they took me to this place where the old dispatch center was, and it was at the basement of this big building, and we go to get into the elevator, and as we're going down, I mean, it sounds creepy as it is, right? But the guy that I'm with, he starts telling me this story, and I told this a couple of weeks ago, but it's been a couple of weeks, so I'm gonna say it anyway. um we get down there and the doors open and we walk into dispatch and everything is on, and I said, "Is there anybody in there?" And he goes, "No, nobody works in here at all." And I said, why is all of this on?" And they said, "Well, there's still some stuff that, in emergencies, we can come over here. Everything is on." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he goes, "But and I don't remember what time, but it's late, like in the middle of the night." He goes, "Every day at this same time, the elevator comes down and opens up and then closes after a bit and goes back up by itself." And I said, "What?" I said, "Why?" And he goes, "Because one of the owners ended up having a heart attack coming down to visit people in dispatch and died in the elevator." And it was the same time. So now it comes down every time. And we were standing there and it was close to that time and I'm like, We gotta go."
Yeah.
Isn't
No.
that some creepy shit, man? And then one of the other buildings we were walking through and they said, "Do you hear that?" And I said, "No, I don't hear it." And they're like, "Yeah, I don't hear it either." And I said, "What? What were you trying to hear?" And they said, "Usually around this time, you can hear little kids playing in the hallways." And I said, "What?" I said, "Why? Or how? Like, what's the story behind it?" And he goes, "Well, so according to legend, when this building was being built, when it was still under construction, there were two little kids that were playing and they ended up getting killed there. And now they run through the hallways. You can hear them in the middle of the night laughing and playing." Nope.
Yeah. It's so creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Hell no.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about it. What's it you're, like, looking behind you now?
I heard something. I
Yeah, well, I'm in a well-lit room because I, was prepared. I mean, I don't have the holy water that Christina has that I
Oh,
need to
true.
get.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Yes. Oh, hold on. Let me look over here on TikTok. I saw a spirit in my dream and woke up with him at my bedside. I was 10. Oh, what? Oh, dude. Okay, so that's freaky, man, because so there was one time I woke up in the middle of the night and I felt something like this is my foot, right? And I felt like someone grab onto my toes. And I was like, "What the hell?" And I sat up and I expected to see my youngest daughter because sometimes she would come in and I would like wake up and her face is right in my face. She's like, "Hi, Dad." I'm like, "Ah." And it wasn't her. I looked over the bed. It was not her.
Oh,
And
jeez.
I started freaking out. So then I laid back down and I'm just staring at the ceiling and then I felt it even harder. And I pulled my feet back. I was like, "Nope." No idea what it was, but
Ugh,
something grabbed a hold of me. What is that behind you?
there's nothing behind me. It's not going to work. It's not
There's
gonna
tons
work.
of stuff behind you. Are you kidding me? There's tons of stuffed animals
I
behind
did
you.
I did the perfect well lit room. Yeah, I'm a baby. I don't watch scary movies.
Really?
Yeah,
Not one?
no. It's a no.
Not even like
Um,
It? Like the
no,
original
no, that's
It from the '90s?
no, 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 and
Dude,
no, no. Like, no, there's not one part of me. Like, I don't want to think. No, it's just a
okay.
no.
Okay, hold on. For everyone who is here on, Facebook, YouTube, and X oh, I said it right that time, and everybody over here on TikTok, what is your favorite scary movie? And if you don't like scary movies, please put that in there as well, because 'cause I'm curious. I wanna know. Oh, Dawn over here, Dawn Bennett, she's like,
Yeah,
"Same, no scary movies here
yes,
either."
Don and Don, we got it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kimmy
yes,
as well? Oh
yeah.
my
You
god.
made it. You were shaming me, acting like I was
No,
crazy.
I'm not
Nope.
shaming
Yep.
you.
Kim and Don,
Oh,
they're
over
same.
here on TikTok, The Conjuring. Yes, that's a good one. See, classic oh, Yasmin too? Damn. What the
Yeah.
hell? Okay, so the horror genre is my favorite genre. I love scary movies, especially zombie movies. Juliet too? I hate
Yes.
scary movies. The world gives
Thank
me
you,
enough
honey.
anxiety, I don't need to add to it.
Yes. Thank
What?
you. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Fuck. Melissa says, "We
Yep.
have a door that the devil's face is in the wood grain." Oh, what?
Oof.
Dude. Don says, "You're far outnumbered, Ricardo." Yes, I am. It looks like it. Let's see. Christina says, "I can only watch them during the day when someone is home. Took me 3 tries to watch Crimson Peak before I watched it without covering my eyes." So you're like this?
Uh,
See, so again, I love oh, wait, Christina says, "My house and PD are haunted. I live it."
she loves it.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes. Over here on TikTok, I love scary movies, especially Supernatural. Yes. Okay. I've got a fan over here. Awesome. Jason says, "They say our law enforcement academy campus in Helena is haunted. It used to be a girls' reform school back in the day. They have remodeled the buildings, so I bet the activity has picked up if it is haunted." Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Dude. See, that's cool.
Has
Wait,
anybody
Dawn
went on a ghost tour before? Like, when you travel, maybe at conferences. That's one of the things I want to do. I haven't,
dude. Right.
but I would do a ghost tour, but not a scary movie, but ghost tour. That would be fun.
Really?
Yeah.
So, like,
I
New
don't know.
Orleans. New Orleans would be fun to do that in, or Savannah, Georgia. Dude,
Oh, there you go.
or Salem. Let's see. Julie says Sam says she
Salem was
loves
so
scary
dark.
movies, Ricardo. Yes! Sam Hawkins. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Christina says, "Girls Reform." Yeah, you know that place is haunted. Let's see. I did of the Elms Hotel in Missouri. We gotta look that up. That sounds cool too. Julie says Salem, Mass. 911 Bowler. What is going on? He says, "Yo, yo, yo, excuse me, boo, boo, boo." I love it. Christina says, "Going to NOLA in 2 weeks with coworkers." Yeah, dude. NOLA. They've got a lot of different stuff there. I think that would be a fun one to go to. Tanya says, "Yes, in Savannah, Georgia, and New Orleans." Yeah. All right. Good. So, Dawn,
There you go. That's where I'll have to go.
yeah, the next time we're like in the same place for a conference or
Yeah.
something, we're gonna have to find something like that. Or at the
It'll be
very least,
cute.
do some like escape rooms or something.
Yeah, we'll do a group thing. So, like, if whoever's there, let's do a thing together. I think it'd be fun.
That would be really,
Yeah.
really fun. Let's see. Yasmin says Key West has one and it was pretty good. Ooh, oh, the ghost tour. There's a ghost tour in Chicago as well. 91 Bowler says Friday the 13th, and not just it was filmed in our county. Oh, dude, that's pretty badass. I like that. I like it. Escape rooms are fun. Jason says the hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. That is the basis for The Shining.
Then
See,
nope.
dude, we have to.
No,
What?
that's
What do you mean?
stupid.
No, you just
I don't know,
said
but
like that we were gonna
ghost
go.
tours. I'm not gonna go to a hotel. I don't want to sleep there.
No. You're not gonna sleep there. I just mean that
At
we
the
would go
hotel.
see where it was done. Red rum. Red
Okay.
rum.
That's fair.
Yes.
That's fair.
See, over here on TikTok, I want to do the Sally House in Atchison, Kansas. That already sounds creepy, and I'm not sure what it is, but it sounds creepy as hell already, and I'm all about it. See, Heather Jean says I'm with Dawn on that one. All right, I wanna read another story here, so let me see. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. So this one says this one's kinda long, all right, but it looks like it's gonna be good. All this says is that it was sent to me from a 911 dispatcher at Hotel California. How I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head now.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna sing it because I don't have time. All right, so it says, "I work at a small center that sits on the grounds of a former state mental hospital. The hospital was in operation from 1936 to 1997, and there are still several of the original buildings that are being used. They just remodeled the inside. Some buildings have basements or tunnels that connect them underground." Okay, hold on. There's still more. If that wasn't crazy enough, the building we are in used to be the research building where research in treating mental health conditions of the time was conducted. What? One night, it was just me and another dispatcher working. We were the only two people in our entire building and knew that because we have cameras at all the doors, plus we can hear if any door is open or closed. While we were in there alone, we all of a sudden heard music playing from the 1950s. Hell no. We, we figured someone left the radio or computer on with music playing, so I took a walk down the hallway and checked every office. When I got to the last one, the music was coming from a storage closet where our emergency preparedness kits for the building are kept. I figured they were cleaning it out and left a radio in there. When I went to open the door, I turned the knob. As soon as I started to open the door, the music stopped. When I looked inside, there was no radio, no phone, no computer, just water and old food that probably needed to get changed out. I started walking back and saw my coworker standing in the hallway asking what happened and if the person in the office had left it on. I told her, and she was like, "No way, shut up." I've never told anyone because I didn't want people to think I'm crazy, but I've heard footsteps walking around when I'm alone. We each have had stuff happen, but we are always alone, so hard to prove. But once we talk about it, similar things have happened.
I'm with Yasmin when she's like, their mistake was going to investigate. Yeah, I'm like, and Heather, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Also,
Let me look back over here since I was reading. See, Don says that sounds like our academy. And nope, not going there. Our academy is an old insane asylum. Yeah, nope. They should have or should have to tell you if the dispatch center is haunted when they give you a job offer. Christina says, admin, this place has to be haunted. Stuff floating in the room. Let's put dispatch in here. That's hilarious. Yasmin says like you said, the first mistake was going to investigate. Never go investigate. Have you never watched a horror movie? They kind of play that out in the movie Scream, right? There's like rules. There's rules to survival. And also never say, I'll be right back, right? That's one of the things that they end up saying, I think, in there. Let's see. 91 Bowler says, a few years ago, we did a mass casualty training exercise at the original site of Crystal Lake of Friday the 13th. It was titled Jason's Revenge. We had boy and girl scouts all with knife wounds. It was really cool, he says. Oh, dude, that would be some shit.
that's crazy.
What is your take, Wednesday?
I don't even, like, my mind is blown about having a Jason's Revenge, like, casually training exercise.
Right.
Like, here, kids.
Yeah.
You must
We're
sign a
gonna play.
waiver.
We're gonna play make believe. Yeah, make sure your
Yeah,
parents
there was
sign this.
probably a waiver.
Probably yes. Let's see. Melissa says dispatch center in the grounds of an old mental hospital. Nope, nope, nope. Let me add this to my list of questions to ask in the interview.
Will there, yeah, will there be a break? What's my schedule? And is
Will I
this
see
haunted?
ghosts? Yes.
Yeah,
Is this place haunted? Will I see ghosts? Will things
demons
fly around?
possessing. Like, what are we doing?
Music. Yes, music. And then
Do
let's
you
see over here on
provide the holy
TikTok.
water?
Over here on TikTok, it says, "Oh, you must look it up. It's infamous, one of the most haunted houses in the US." That's the Sally House.
Ugh.
Dude. Okay. Oh man, there's like a bunch of places I want to go to now,
Yeah.
but it would still freak me out. Let's see. This other one over here. So someone sent me. Oh wait, Scotty says we're currently dispatching from a fallout shelter. What? Radiation bunker while our center is being renovated. There's some really strange noises that can't really be located. Yeah. See, I like that. Melissa says, do the ghosts at least play good music? I don't know. Don says, LOL, and asking those questions about dispatch being haunted, guaranteed second interview. 91 Bowler says, worked in a haunted dispatch center. Perfect excuse for open mics. Of course. Yes. What if that happened, Don? Wednesday. What if?
Yeah. There was a
What?
center actually that said this, that they said that they had during they had a coworker who had worked there a long time but had passed away. But then randomly on the radio, an officer would come on the air and then someone would copy, but it wasn't any of them. And it sounded like her, but she had passed. So,
Dude. What?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everybody could hear the voice?
Yes, everybody, both officers and dispatchers. So,
Hell no.
yeah.
What did we say earlier? Once dispatch, always dispatch.
Yeah. Yeah, she I don't know. I don't know. I
Oh
don't know.
man. Uh, yeah, you can
Yeah.
check out, but you can never leave.
Yeah. We took a call. So I took a call where it was just a alarm, and it was coming from, well, like an alarm company had called, and they said they had an open door, but it was at one of the funeral homes. So obviously, no, everyone was like, I'm busy, I'm busy. All the officers start to mark themselves. They see the call come in and they start marking themselves off, like they're on reports, that they're 10, just all these things so that they can avoid this call, because they were like, our bullets don't work for ghosts. Like, we're not going to this
True.
funeral home. Nobody wants to clear a funeral home. And so, but surely, sadly, like, it's two newer officers get sent to this to go clear this
Oh, of
funeral home.
course. Of
Right.
course.
And so they're just like, and we're just like, oh shit, for them. And so, but they go and open door. So they got to go in and they do have to clear it. And they were like, of course this has a basement, like everything that could happen, like while they're in there. And they said that there were lights coming on while they were in there. They came back and told us about it, but they were like, while they're in there, so they're going on just the sounds. They said a light would come on, they would turn, and it wasn't motion censored. And they were just they're like, we couldn't clear it fast enough. They're like, we were worried that we would shoot an already dead body, just because like if you saw someone, like, oh,
Oh, for
so
sure.
they were, yeah, like, and so the whole experience, they came back, like, it totally creeped them out. They didn't see, like, aside from the lights, they didn't see anything. But it was definitely, they were like, I will never be sent to that call again. Do not send us back.
Oh
And so
my
we felt really
god.
bad. Yeah. But it just creeped us out the rest of the night. So,
So kind of going along with that a little bit. Well, over here really quick on TikTok, we've got someone here that says, "We have a dispatcher who keeps holy water in her locker." Dude, I'm with it.
yeah.
I'm with it. When
Yeah.
I was in dispatch, I worked midnight shift almost all the time except for one stint in mornings. And in the middle of the night, every so often, we would get 911 calls from like random addresses in this one trailer park in the northeast corner of the county. And they would go out there to do, like the welfare check and stuff. And there's nothing there. It's just like a pole. But and it would happen all the time, but there were house fires that happened. That's what it was. There were trailer fires, dude. And, and these calls were coming in, but we would answer and it would just be like it
Uh,
sounded
yeah,
kind of sounded like there might have been a voice, but then after a while we were kind of like, are we just making that up in our head like that we're hearing something cuz it's
yeah.
freaky or what? Yes. That is creepy shit. Wait, Don says, "Hate to leave the fun, but night y'all. Glad to see y'all. You as well. Good
Mhm.
night
Yeah.
and happy Halloween."
Oh,
As it's as it's coming up soon. So, let's see, Melissa over here says, "One night I dispatched a late domestic. We have a call number that is reserved for a deputy that That died in an off-duty accident. The night I was working was, like, right at the 10-year anniversary of his death. I give the call out, and a voice I don't recognize uses his call number and said direct. I was so freaked out. Turns out it came from a radio that was stolen, but that is the most unnerving thing that has happened." Dude. Yeah, for sure. That would
it
creep me out as well.
it would creep me out.
Yasmin says, "Reference that funeral home story. My husband, a deputy, just said that just said that while you close the door and leave, no more open door."
Yeah,
Oh, what is this?
yeah. You just close it. So I just sent you. You have to read this, Ricardo, that I just sent you.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, because you'll do a better version. This happened in Utah, and this wasn't that long ago. Very scary. See if
Okay.
you can pull it
Here we
up, and
go.
then post the link. I can't post the link for other people if they want to share it later.
All right, cool. All right, let me go ahead and read this. This already sounds okay. All right, here we go. Police responding to a report from a fisherman about an overturned car in an icy Utah river were stunned to discover an 18-month-old girl dangling a car seat inside. What? Unconscious but alive. The officers also say they heard a mysterious voice begging for help. Someone said, "Help me," inside the car. Spanish Fork police officer Tyler said, according to CBS affiliate. Officer Warner told KSL he also heard a voice. "It wasn't just in our heads," Warner told KSL. "To me, it was plain as day. I remember hearing a voice that didn't sound like a child, just saying, 'Help me.' They found the baby in the back seat and a woman dead in the front seat after flipping over the car. A firefighter jumped into the river and cut the car seat straps, freeing the baby, who was wearing only a flannel onesie and no hat or gloves. Officers then formed a line in the river and handed the cold child from one person to the next until she was on the shoreline and in emergency workers' arms. 2 days later, the toddler was recovering at a hospital, though authorities still don't know exactly how she survived hanging upside down for nearly 14 hours in frigid temperatures with no food or water. It's heartbreaking. Was she crying most of the night? The question was asked. It's a miracle. She was needed for sure elsewhere. Let's see. One of the officers involved in the rescue on Monday recounted the ordeal. It says police believe the crash occurred late Friday when the child's mother, 25-year-old Lynn, struck a cement barrier on a bridge and careened into the river in Spanish Fork, about 50 miles south of South Lake City. And then, let's see, it says that she had visited her parents in Salem and was about halfway back to her home in Springville when it happened. Investigators don't know what caused the crash, he said. There were no skid marks, and the mid-sized car had no signs of mechanical failures. What the hell? Police don't suspect drugs or alcohol as a factor, but were awaiting toxicology results. Let's see. They said the mom might have been tired or distracted, and adding the authorities weren't ruling anything out. Even though the road that goes over the bridge gets plenty of traffic, no one saw the wreck because the cement barrier obstructed the view. Holy shit. If a fisherman hadn't chosen that river Saturday morning, it could have been several more hours before the car was found. He said the overturned car was perched on the bank and rocks. As the girl dangled inside, icy water rushed just below her head through broken car windows. The temperatures were near freezing throughout the night and through the morning. She must have been just out of the water enough to be getting oxygen, they said. When the four officers responded to the vehicle, they didn't know how long it had been there or who was inside. After freeing the girl from the car, responders rushed over to an ambulance and performed CPR. On Monday, Lily was in stable condition and improving, according to hospital officials. And they said the girl was opening her eyes and doing well. What?
Yeah, so it's a remarkable story. So it was like they all like their personal stories. There was 4 officers total, and they felt like they were hearing the mother's voice. So she had been deceased for some while, but they had felt like they heard this mom saying, "Help me, help me." That's what caused them to hurry so fast, because and not wait. And they rushed into the river themselves, and they were surprised that she had already passed. Yet here was an unconscious baby. So who was saying, "Help me"? So for those who don't believe, it's on the internet.
Dude.
I'm just kidding, so it has to be real. I'm just kidding. And no, 911 below, there are no stuffed animals moving behind me. Naughty.
What the hell, dude?
But yeah, isn't that
Like,
crazy?
that's
That one's
a good story. It's a feel-good story, but also the voice.
yeah.
Dude, probably, man. I
But they were
believe
all
that
from
shit. Like,
yeah, they were all from different religious backgrounds, and so for all of them, they were like, "No, it wasn't in our heads," and they all heard it. Like they didn't, they all independently heard it. So super interesting.
holy hell.
Yeah.
Damn. So, um, thank you for sharing that one that had my hair like it was going up, everything. Yes. Yeah. Just like that. Yes. Oh man. So a friend of mine sent this to me and it just basically said, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure our place is haunted." So I've got the link here and I'll share this one as well. But this one over here, I'll try to read this one quick. Well, actually, it's not too long actually.
Why do they keep
Um,
building these on top of cemeteries?
I don't know. Yes, why
Like,
is
is there
that?
no other real estate? They're like, "Where should we put this? Like, where should we put?" You know what? Right here is a good spot.
Yeah, let's build the dispatch center right over the cemetery and have some poltergeist shit going on. Yeah, exactly. So this is in Phoenix, Arizona, and it says the construction site of the new Maricopa County Sheriff's headquarters is downtown Phoenix, or in downtown Phoenix rather, has yielded some old secrets. What officials believe is a cemetery dating back to the late 1800s. Hell no. It says that the CBS affiliate reports that crews recently unearthed caskets while laying the foundation for the new sheriff's administration offices. What? The station reports that Pioneer Cemetery files confirm the location was the first cemetery burial grounds of the original town site of the village of Phoenix. Many of the burials were the victims of frontier justice, hung or shot by the lawmen and townspeople of that era. According to cemetery files, county officials won't say how many caskets were found, but said some were empty. What? And others contain human remains. The area where the caskets were found has been marked off, and construction will continue around it.
Yeah, they're screwed.
Dude, that is some shit. And Christina says because the neighbors are, and I won't say the last word in case people are at work right now. But Julie says they build it on cemeteries because it's cheaper. I
It's
mean,
probably
that's
true.
true. Yeah, no, that I would think that's true. Let's see. Melissa says at least it's the sheriff's office, admin office, and not dispatch. I think it's in the same building because one of my friends who sent it is a dispatcher that's there. Let's see. Definitely going to be haunted. Yasmin says they're for sure going to be haunted. Nyman Bowler says, "Oh shit!" Oh, some were empty. Yes, some of the caskets were empty. That's probably the portal to hell. You never know, dude. You never know. What
Yeah.
if there was like a stairway or something that's like leading to nowhere?
Yeah.
Fuck
No.
that. Nope,
Yeah.
not at all. Christina says I live too close to the Gulf. Hurricanes, yellow fever, lots of death everywhere. Oh no. Oh shit. One of the other things, and I always like sharing this story, but one of the other things that happened when I was in dispatch was um, uh, notorious, infamous gangster, um, and now for whatever reason his name just Al Capone. I was gonna say it had just gone out of my head for a moment there. But he had um just like houses everywhere, right? A lot of hideouts all over the place, just very strong-willed and ruthless from what the news says, allegedly. I'll say allegedly. But
Allegedly.
yes, so here's the thing. In the county that I used to work in, okay? The county that I grew up in, there's an area there that I actually used to drive by all the time. Not down the main road, but in the area, okay? And there was a story that there was an old hotel that used to be there, and it's called the Yellow Motel. And the reason they said it was yellow, like they describe it as a putrid yellow, um, because the place was haunted. Like there's a news story where I think someone had shown up to when the building was still there. Someone had shown up to talk to the caretaker. The caretaker was outside cutting the grass, right? And the person who rolled up to talk to them said, "So, who's the lady that's looking out the window right now? I thought there wasn't anybody in this building." And he turns and looks and he goes, "Oh, she's always here. She's always looking out the window." And he goes, "Who is she?" And he's like, "I don't know. She doesn't she's not a real person." So that's like for real in a news story. If you look it up, I would have to find
Oh
it right
man.
now, but if you look it up in the news, I think it's in the Holland Sentinel and it's about the Yellow Motel and it was a lady that was in the window. So that was another thing there. Oh, wait, Christina says she's with the HOA. Maybe.
With
But the
H.
building burned down. Okay, the building burned down. Some people think that people went out there and just set it on fire or whatever. Others believe in the area that it was actually the spirits that lived there that caused it to burn down. Now, here's the other thing. On the property behind this motel, there was, according to legend, quicksand. There's also tunnels in that area. And this is where Al Capone and his gang would bring people to do things like take them out and like
Yeah.
people who owed them money or whatever. Again, allegedly, this is according to legend. This is story. I don't know this for sure. This is just stuff that's like in the news, like stuff that you can read. Kimmy says, Ricardo, if I can't sleep tonight, shakes
Yeah,
finger.
I like that.
Yes. I'll probably be up late, so you can send me a message and give me shit if you can't sleep. I apologize. So, Yasmin says, I was just thinking the same thing. So there's other accounts though that people have gone out there in the middle of the night and have seen dogs like with red eyes that come out. They're white dogs with red eyes that come out and chase you. And I have cousins who have gone out there and have told me this story that they were out there in the middle of the night and they hauled ass running because they saw this. And they're like,
Yeah.
"We should go out there." And I was like, "Hell no." Like, "No, I'm alright." Like, again, the horror genre is my favorite genre, but that's no, probably
You're
not.
like to watch it, not to live it.
True. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So they've had this happen, right? Also, um, there's another story, okay? There's another story that supposedly there was a car crash right in the area, okay? And it had to do with that gang. And I don't know the complete story to it, but people have said that they've seen the vehicle out there. So get this shit. It's close to Halloween, and my team had been talking about this for a couple days, about this car and the yellow motel and how crazy it is and creepy that we have this um in our county. So we end up getting a phone call, and I'm pretty sure I was on radios at the time, and we had gotten a phone call from one of the local wreckers, and he asked if we could send an officer out to this specific area to pick up a vehicle because someone had called him and said, I just passed by this car. It looks like a really old car. It's crashed into a tree, but there's nobody around it at all. And so the wrecker was going to go out there and just pick it up, but we needed an officer to go out there to do the report and everything else that they need. So they were going to be heading out there. We get an officer to go out there as well. And he ends up keying up on the radio and he goes, Central, make sure to let the wrecker know that they don't need to come out here. There's no vehicle here at all. There's no signs of a crash or anything. By the way, I'm just down the road from the old Yellow Motel. It was the so we're freaking out. We're like, hell no. Like we were
Yeah.
just talking about this story where people see a car into a tree
Yeah.
and it's a ghost thing. That's what happened.
To that extent, that's crazy.
For real, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Hell
Hopefully
no.
not too crazy for Kim.
For
That
Kimmy,
you
yeah,
can-
so that Kimmy can sleep.
yeah, Kimmy needs to sleep.
Yes. Let's see. Naimon Bowler says it's raining and foggy here tonight. You've got me talked talked into taking a ride on Shades of Death Road. What? Anyone want to join me? What is that? Shades of Death Road. Okay, hold on.
I
Let me
don't
see
know
if
what
I
it
can.
is, but it's a no.
No, not at all. You don't even want to try it.
No.
Well, see, this dude lives in New Jersey, so you also out there have the Jersey Devil, right? That one,
Oh,
that's a creepy thing too.
I'm gonna have to look at that.
What's that?
The link that he posted.
I'm pulling it up right now. Shades of Death Road. Is it actually called Shades of Death Road? At least according to this picture here, it does. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me look back over here really quick. Lavelle, hello. What's going on? Yasmin says there is a schoolhouse. What? Just sound? Maybe south? Just south of where we live on the main road. And some of the deputies say that they've seen the ghost of an old teacher out on the side of the road. I try not to think too hard on late night drives home since we live out in the country.
Yeah, put your blinders on.
Yasmin, can you imagine riding by that and just looking to the right and the teacher's just sitting out there with their leg crossed, smiling?
That's creepy.
Yeah, makes you want to throw an apple. It's like an apple a day keeps the teacher away. It's the doctor, right? But not. But this is the teacher.
Yeah.
Let's see. Naiman Bowler says yes. People keep stealing the road signs from it, so it's actually called that. Yasmin says, "Heck no! I think I'd have a heart." Probably. Okay, I want to read this really quick, and then we'll wrap it up because we are over the hour here. But this has been so much fun, and
It's been really good.
it went by fast.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, here it is. Shades of Death Road. And so it says out of all the grim monikers encountered out on the roads less traveled throughout New Jersey, perhaps none is more foreboding than the infamous Shades of Death Road. Like many places steeped in local lore, reality and legend have become intertwined over the years, obscuring exactly what can be considered fact regarding this byway. Many legends are associated with Shades of Death Road, which winds alongside Jenny Jump State Forest. Is that real? Up to the what? Almaquy in Warren County. One of the more famous street names in New Jersey roadside culture, this road runs along an old haunted lake bed. What? Which occasionally has pillars of mist rising from the top of the water. Okay, Dawn, we need to go see this place.
No, I don't need pillars of death mist. Thank
Dude,
you.
no, this is awesome. Okay, so it
I
says,
don't know.
so here's a quote on here, and it says, I don't know what causes it, but I've seen it when I was fishing, states Pete. I think it was a legend about the early settlers killing the Indians and throwing them into the lake. Whoa. The phenomena is also called the Great Meadows Fog. Some people claim to see the dead walking along the road in the mist. Okay, maybe we don't want to go. Shades of Death Road also runs by the Dark Moon Bar. What? A must stop on any weird New Jersey trip. The road was also the site of many deaths once thought to be a curse on the area. Okay, maybe not. But but
We
Chrissy
need to go
Waters,
to
I know. An employee at this one general store said that her mother had told her it was some kind of plague caused by the water that was responsible. Someone is always trying to steal the sign, they say. That's why they greased up the pole. That's kind of funny. Okay,
Funny.
let me read this next part here. Because there's not too much more. Okay. So it's got a title here that says Shadowy Past. The long and winding saga of Shades of Death Row. So out of all the oh, wait a minute. We just read that. What? You just repeated it?
Well, Nywan Bowler. So it says, "Yep, Jenny jumped State Forest. Jenny committed suicide. She jumped off the cliff into the lake."
What? You
Ugh.
can hear her scream sometimes. Dude.
All
Dawn,
right, well, it's time
what do you
for
think?
bed, guys. No, no, no. See, that's what I'm like. Oh, I have to meter it. Maybe an hour was too much of this, but it's funny because like we play around with each other at work. Like if we know we can spook someone or scare someone with something. One of our
Yeah.
officers we sent him on a suspicious package that someone's like, "Hey, I got something dropped off my door. I need you guys to come get." And it was a really creepy ass doll, just a super creepy ass doll. And they were like, "Will you just please take it?" And so the officer was like, "Ooh, I don't want this creepy doll," but just threw it away in like the dumpster of this apartment complex. And he was telling another officer about it. So we told the officer, we're like, "You have to go get it out of the trash and put it in his car later." And so
What?
this other officer, yeah, so they because we're like, how scary would it be if this officer who had thrown away this doll, like randomly later in the night, looks back and like there's this doll, and I'm like, you have to get it out of the trash, you have to put it in his car. So, anyways, so like, but and they did. He was literally freaked out. But yeah, but
Oh my
all this
god.
you have to meter it. But like, there's one thing when it's like, okay, this is controlled and this is this, but like that, oof, I don't know, New
I
Jersey.
know, right?
Crazy.
Julie says, "Me to Sam
Yeah.
Hawkins right now. You better spoon me tonight because how am I going to sleep?
Oh,
You better take a selfie."
no.
Pics or it didn't happen. 91 Bowler says Ghost Hunters TV show did a segment on Shades of Death and Jenny Jump State Forest. Okay, I'm gonna have to find that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kimmy says coming from the OG generation of the first Chucky movies, screw dolls. Nope.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
No, I know.
So okay, so it's just like the first couple sentences that are repeated here, but so it goes on to say what is known is that for centuries this road has been a dark, mysterious thoroughfare for travelers to cut across one of the more isolated parts of our state. What isn't known is exactly how this street earned its curious name. According to one legend, murder is at the root of the Shades of Death name. One tale relating to murder says that the original inhabitants of the area surrounding Shades of Death were an unruly band of squatters. Often, men from this vile gang would get into fights over women, and the squabbles would result in the death of one of the participants. As the reputation of these murderous bandits grew, the area they inhabited was named Shades of Death. When the civilized world encroached on and disbanded the bandits, the last remnant of their control over the meadows was restricted to one road that retained the name they made famous. What?
It's crazy.
Dude,
That's interesting. I'm gonna be having to, when it's not night outside, be doing some internet diving on all these comments and links. So thank you guys,
for
everyone who's
real.
posted stuff. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. There's one little paragraph here that says there are still other explanations of how Shades acquired its name, which have less to do with murder and more to do with death by natural causes. Shades of Death traverses an area long known as the Great Meadows, which upon its original settlement was a vast area of marshy swampland. Around 1850, an outbreak of malaria carrying insects was discovered near a cliff face along the Shades. As the citizens around Shades came to expect the yearly outbreaks of this terrible disease, they began to anticipate the annual spat of deaths of friends and family members which came along with it. Like any community, their landmarks, in particular this one road, came to reflect the morose attitude they had regarding these epidemics. Oh, dude, there's a picture of the road as well.
Okay. Oh man.
Oh, damn, Gary Tammy Hill. Thank you for that one.
Yeah.
Woo! That is crazy. See, he says, tomorrow night, I have to go and get a pic of dude
Yeah,
in front of one of the street signs. During the
you
day,
should do
right?
that.
During the day. Oh, that is crazy. Yasmin says, yes, can't wait to research all of this when the sun is high and the birds are singing pretty songs instead of going, "Ah, ah, ch, 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 ah." But that's not even what it really says. It's like Jason, 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 kill, 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 kill is what it is actually saying. And it's his mom's voice who's saying it to him. There you go. If you didn't know, now you know. All right. Thank you, Dawn/Wednesday, for joining me tonight here on Open Mic Live. This has been awesome. For everyone watching right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or X, I'm sorry, and TikTok, what number are you at now? How are you feeling? Everyone was at a pretty high number as it is. Yes, 10, 10, above
Yeah,
a 10.
so fun.
I'm way up there. Even though we were talking about some creepy shit. This was good. Yes. Very, very fun doing the robot. I'm 50 Cent. Thank you very
50
much. All up in the club.
So if you guys need a cheap costume idea, you don't have anything, use the 50. It's really great.
Yes, Wednesday hooked me up. She ended up saying, so we were talking on the phone really quick before we started, and she goes, I'm all dressed up. I was like, oh, I feel like a loser. I'm not dressed up. And she goes, do you have 50 cents? And I was like, I don't, what? Like, no. And she goes, you don't have 50 cents? Like shaming me for not having two
Yep.
quarters. Yeah, see, she's like, yeah, it's for real. I didn't have 50 cents sitting in front of me, so I went to get some, and she's like, just get some tape, put it on you, you'll be 50 cent. And I was like, that's perfect.
There you go. So if you need
Uh,
something for work, even if your work doesn't let you dress up, you'll be able to be 50 Cent discreetly. So
Yes,
yep, there
50
you go.
cent. Oh man. Kimmy says, have a great night, everyone. Love you, Don and Ricardo. We love you too. Thank you both for some good laughs. Bowler was a 10, but you scared the numbers out of me. Yasmin, a 10. Thank you for the stories and the
Yeah.
laughs.
Listen.
Awesome. All right. Well, Dawn, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back here with you. And for everyone who is watching, thank you all so very much for joining us. This has been an excellent time. If you have any comments, questions, or you ever want to be a guest on the show, the flagship show, you can send me an email, and that'll be wttpodcast@gmail.com. Once again, that is wttpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to become a supporter of the podcast, you can go to patreon.com/WTT podcast. And there's a lot of cool shit that's coming to that as well. And then on Facebook as well, facebook.com/within the trenches podcast/support. And then for any of the social media or anything else, just simply go to links.co/WTT podcast. That's links with 2 eyes.co/WTT podcast. And I thank you very much. You can find everything there. I'm going to be adding a bunch of stuff to the new TikTok shop, the new Instagram shop, and also to Etsy. So all of that is going to be going. So look out for some awesome merch, including these cool mugs that are going to be coming as well. The new Dispatch Zombie Squad mugs and Sons and Daughters of Dispatch. All that good stuff is going to be coming up. So just make sure to look for that. This can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, as well as TikTok. This episode has been sponsored by InDigital, a leader next gen core services. And then you can listen to the flagship show 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. And Kimmy, yes, a big shout out to Star Senders. Thank you so much. If you are sending stars, I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you for that. Each star is a penny, which is awesome. So if you send me a bunch of stars, I get a lot of pennies that add up to 50 cent. I can't even see it right there. It is. So thank you all very much. And over here on TikTok, I forget what it is, like hearts or diamonds or whichever. You can do so as well. Oh, that was a lot of shit to say. Have a good night, everyone. And we will see you all in the next one. Have a safe and happy Halloween. Later, Gator.